Another thing I wanted to touch on is lighting because it's huge in home functionality for all of us. So there are three categories for lighting: ambient, task, and accent lights. Ambient gives the ambiance,
Mhm.
obviously.
Mhm.
It's generally the way the room is lit. And task lighting is often more focused like in one spot or one area. And then accent lights are used to draw attention to art or perhaps like a tree if it's outdoors, like in your landscaping. Lighting is everything because it can make your living room feel cold and unwelcoming, like a surgery suite at a hospital, or it can make you feel warm and inviting and unassuming, like because the room feels like you want to stay and hang out for long periods of time. It's flattering. Why does everyone look photoshopped? I mean, that's your subconscious responding to the lighting when everybody looks good.
Mhm.
It's best to have several small light sources, ideally with dimmers rather than one bright light blasting out of the center of the ceiling. So if you have many pockets of warm light, it creates a calm blanket for the entire room. And your goal should be to create these intimate areas of light around the room in at least three spots. Maybe it's like one floor lamp, one table lamp, and two sconces. Not all need to be turned on at once, but if they're all on, you can imagine a party in this space, like where people are able to sit and chat and share stories, like the same when you sit around a campfire, for instance. I'm a huge fan of dimmers. It gives you the power to control your lighting for different scenarios. I've walked into homes before and every single light bulb is a bright white LED, no matter the room. And I feel like I'm being assaulted when I walk in, leave. I see every smudge on the switch plates and I'm only focused on like getting the heck out. I don't see the furniture. I don't see anything beautiful. I'm just aware of how uncomfortable I am. And that's totally lighting. So there's two kinds of light: bright, wonderful light because of a large bank of windows. And then there's like uncomfortable light coming from bulbs that are in the wrong spectrum from what you're expecting. So lighting is everything. You should have lighting for relaxing and lighting for tasks all in the same space. So here's a good question: do you have lamps or do you have light only coming down from the center of your ceiling?
Hmm.
All your light comes from the ceiling, I would recommend getting a floor lamp or a table lamp or both. It brings the light down physically, but also it's not blasting right into your eyes. It sort of makes it more mellow. Starts in the middle of the room, ideally aims down, or like if you're reading, down. I have two candle holders on the wall, either side of my fireplace, with those candles that look real, but they're not. They come on with rechargeable batteries and they stay on for like 5 hours every night. And it makes the ambiance so exquisite in the winter because it's that warm, glowy goodness. That's another automated thing where you've got lights on timers that come on at just the right time.
Mhm.
Color temperature is one of the reasons that smart bulbs are awesome sauce. Instead of buying like a bulb for a specific area or activity, smart bulbs, you can change the color of the light through an app. So warmer, cooler, whatever it is that you need. I will say though, they're not cute. So if you have a lamp with like a glass surround or a lamp shade, it's going to be ugly. So maybe not the best choice. But if you need like daylight color to read by, but you don't want to sacrifice like the cozy warm light at night, like in your bedside table, it allows you to change the color to daylight when you're reading, but change it back to a softer, warmer light at night for the ambiance. So super cool. I love smart lights. And now I want to let you in on a little secret of mine for those of you who enjoy houseplants as much as I do. So I have recessed lighting in my living room, and I have one bulb in the ceiling on either side of my fireplace, and they are on dedicated light switch, just those two. And at one point in time, I could not keep a plant alive to save my life. A ton of trial and error. I realized that when I put grow lights in those 2 sockets, my plants became so happy. So let me just say, I have a whole wall of windows right there. So I thought I should have plenty of light for my plants, but I was wrong, because when I made the difference, when I changed those lights to grow lights, they became so much more happy. So not all bright lights are grow lights. So you have to make sure that you get the ones that are actually the same screw in size as a regular bulb. They will actually be labeled grow light on the packaging. And you have to make sure that the circumference actually fits into your recessed socket, but made all the difference in the world for my plants. So if you have plants that you can't seem to keep alive, grow lights in a light socket, fantastic idea.
Yeah, that's definitely something that comes up a lot with feng shui. I am maybe the only feng shui consultant in the world who can't keep a plant alive really either. So I'm not the one they come to for plant advice, but a lot of people, yeah, they look for tips on how to keep their plants they think are lucky alive. And this is another great plug for the video that's going to be coming out in a few weeks on Kristina's before and after feng shui experience, where I learned about her plants and I learned about quite a bit of plants in her living room. So we'll see those healthy plants in the living room and we'll see what she does with them. So another plug to subscribe and hit the notification bell now so that you guys can watch that transformation and you can see these grow lights she's talking about. And I'm so happy we did this before that video comes out, right? Because you're also going to look at her home in a way that she's applied all of these things she's talking about. So it'll layer on top of each other perfectly. So head over there or subscribe and hit the notification bell now so you can head over there later and watch that video.